It has been a hot minute since I have done any sort of sketchbook tour, anything here on my YouTube. So today we're going to get into my sketchbook tours. So I don't remember when my last video was, but it was my destroyed and rebound sketchbook. So if you haven't seen number one in this series, go watch that. Today we are getting into number two. These are not my in order from beginning of time sketchbooks. These are my recent sketchbooks, my sketchbooks that I have fully finished front to back. That's what I'm doing. I have some older ones I may get into and do videos about later on down the road, but for now, we're doing my fully completed sketchbooks. Today, this is number two in the series, and yeah, let's get into it. This is number two. This is one of the sketchbooks out of this little duo. As far as stickers go, they're kind of just a mix. I'm not going to say where I got everything because they're just completely random. I will say that this is one that I made of one of my own artworks. And I believe it's out of my previous sketchbook, as well as this was me testing out clear sticker paper and finding out that inkjet printers don't like printing on top of clear sticker paper. So that was an experience. But yeah, I think it's cute. I've got some Sailor Moon, just some miscellaneous, and then the stickers that I made, and then some of these little storybook stickers that I like a lot. As I said before, I started this in January of this year, 2025. This is my first page. This is a pumpkin seed fish. There's a little creek that we go to a lot, and I believe the previous year we spent a lot of time down at the creek and discovered these little pumpkin seed fish and the little sand and rock nests that they make underwater. They're super cute. So it's one of my favorite fish. This was one of my first times painting it. I believe this is just done with watercolor and a white paint pen. Really like how it turned out. These are just some flowers with the border. I believe I used Ohuhu marker and then some of the, what are they called? Tempera sticks, which are these guys. If you follow me on TikTok, you see me talking about these all the time. I love them. This is just a page of colored paper that I attached in here. Just some frogs and flowers. This is done with ballpoint. I think I thought I was gonna color this with some markers, but I didn't. I really like this guy. I kind of want to make him into a sticker. We got some cicadas up there. Yeah. This was just kind of a mixed media thing. This, I think I was just drawing from my mind. I don't think I used a reference for this. I may have. But this is watercolor and ballpoint pen, and then I think some paint pen in the background with some watercolor. But yeah, I like how this turned out. She kind of reminds me of one of the girls from Cat's Eye. This page is more of that tempera stick. This is tempera paint sticks with ballpoint over the top, just a doodle page to fill in this blank page. This is another one of my dragon doodles that I do occasionally in my sketchbooks. Really like this one. It's Ohuhu marker in the background, and then as well as some ballpoint pen. I got one of these, if I can grab it. Got one of these multicolor ballpoint pens from Target a while back. And yeah, I like this. It's kind of giving like a water dragon or like a coral seahorse. My throat is like all kinds of messed up today. I really like this page. I really like these dragons that I started doing in my sketchbook when I'm unsure of what to draw. I do these a lot because I can kind of just do whatever. But I like this guy. These are my two characters. They do not have a name. They are my two goblin girls, and I've been drawing them kind of continuously since that last sketchbook that I posted. I came up with them in that one, and when I'm not sure what I want to draw, I will draw them a lot and kind of mentally develop their story. But they're in a relationship. They're super cute. I like them a lot. They're fun to practice poses and make it stylized. So, and this is watercolor paper that I have glued in here because I did that a lot. After I use Ohuhu markers, I'll glue pages in here. So I think this is like watercolor, like textured mixed media paper. So this is done with watercolor and I believe some paint pen. This is just a little landscape study that I did with some colored pencils. It's kind of cute and quick. And then these ducks I also did with colored pencil. And then I did another serpent dragon type thing, but this time a unicorn one. I honestly forgot about this, but I like it a lot. I like that it's kind of messy. It's a Ohuhu marker and ballpoint pen. And as you'll see, I love drawing the sparkles and little starbursts in my sketchbooks. They've become a staple. But yeah, I really like this pink water dragon. During this time, I started watching Sailor Moon for the first time. I think I may have already been watching Sailor Moon during the time of making the last sketchbook, but I was deep into Sailor Moon at this point. And this is just some colored pencil and I think more Ohuhu marker. I really like how these turned out, especially this one. I think she's so cute. I love this page. This was just a doodle page. And a lot of this, I think all of this actually is tempura sticks and my trusty pen that I like to use, brush pen. Brain fog is real today. Bear with me. And then I also have a white version that I was using a lot at the time. But yeah, it was fun. Oh, this, I love this. This was my character in the Hello Kitty game that came out around this time. And I was obsessed with it. I was playing it like every single night. And this was what my character looked like in the game. She's super cute. Yeah, I really like this page. She's adorable. This is some more Hello Kitty doodles. And their little mermaid versions. Merope, Batsumeru, Merlot Kitty, my Merlody. I had a lot of fun doing this. I think this is just Ohuhu marker and a little fine tip pen. These are just some Pinterest references. Trying to draw kids or like younger characters because I don't do that very often. So I did some flowers as well, and of course a frog because this was in the height of my frog obsession. I still love frogs, obviously, but yeah, trying to use some of the same colors. It's all Ohuhu marker and ballpoint. This page, I really like this page. I believe all of this is, oh, this is actually tempura paint, not the sticks, but actual like school grade tempura paint, just cheap. I have a bunch of it. I bought it at one point just to mess around with, and it's fun because it does have that kind of gouache, chalky sort of look to it without being gouache. So that's fun to play around with. I've been thinking about doing that again. But these are just some dandelions. Super cute. This is more of that tempera paint, just the little cheapy paint from, I don't know, you can get it almost anywhere. They use it a lot in like classrooms. This is just a painting that I did of my dog, and we have one of those stained glass window clings that we put up. So I did that, and then another little Pinterest reference with some stickers added in for fun. This is also from the Hello Kitty game, and I just felt like seeing if I could do it in watercolor. So I really like that. I think it turned out pretty cute. This is all done in colorful felt tip pens. Just a fun kind of color doodle page. I like it a lot. This is just a doodle page. I believe this is done with those, what are they called? I have them back here. These, the Jupiter Twistable Bear crayons from TikTok shop. I got those. They were really cheap. They're fun to play around with. This was just me testing them out. This is me continuing to test them out. I like this a lot. Just some blueberries and strawberries. They're really fun to play with. They kind of have a texture when they're blended out, like pastels, like a mixture between some really soft oil pastels and soft pastels. So I really like that. This is more tempura sticks with, I believe, that same brush pen, and then some little bear stickers. I think I was just trying to use up some of my stickers because I have a giant drawer full, so this was just me wanting to make something without having to put a whole lot of thought into it, which I was doing a lot at the time. This is another fish. I don't know what it is, but I believe this is with the tempura paint again. Yeah. Tempura paint, and then maybe the hot pink tempura stick in the background too. So that's fun. I need to get those paints out again. Oh, I think I also used some acrylic paint pens too. These are just some Pinterest references done with felt tip pen and I think Ohuhu markers. Either Ohuhu markers or some cheap like Crayola markers. This was a reference drawing. I think I did it from a reference of this moped. And then I just kind of put everything else together myself. I did the moped, and then the girl I did from another reference. But yeah, I think that's super cute. It's all done with that same brush pen. And then, I don't know if you can see it, but just a little red colored pencil in the background. This is more of those bear crayons. This is just from a reference that I took myself, a picture that I took myself down at the creek at dusk. And I thought it was just really dreamy outside, so I wanted to recreate it. Really like that. This is my character Oak that is on the front of the sketchbook. It's just I believe this is just complete mixed media. There's a bit of everything in here, but I really like it. I think it's cute. This page is a continuation of a page from my last sketchbook. I did some sketches, some self-portrait sketches in like doodle form, and I just wanted to do it again. I messed up and decided to just put a sticky note in there. I see where people do that sometimes, so I was like, I'll try it. Let's see how it goes. These definitely don't look like me as much as the last one that I did sort of like this, but it was just me practicing poses and doing them in like a cartoon sort of style. This is a Sailor Moon fan art. I really like how this one turned out. This is all Ohuhu marker and a colored pencil. I really like this. I think it's super cute. I honestly forgot that I even did this. It's just Sailor Moon drawn in my style. Really like it. This is one of my favorite drawings. This is my character, my frog wizard Oak, in his little, I guess you could say like library dungeon sort of room. I ended up redoing this line art in Clip Studio Paint and plan to color it at some point, but I have not yet done that. But I really like how this turned out. And then we are at the end. Just a complete doodle page. We made it to the end. Hooray, a new sketchbook. I think at this point I was just excited to get on to the next one. So, yeah. And then I always have a page or two of my little swatches for the end. So, I finished this in March. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy these little sketchbook tours of mine. And up next, we will be doing this sketchbook. So, stay tuned if you want to see this.